Welcome to PVTV International. I'm going to present this week's editions of our news roundup. Cabinet News: NUG acting president, violations of military code of conduct merit legal punishment. At a cabinet meeting on January 23, acting president of the National Unity Government, Tuwalashila, emphasized the importance of adhering to military code of conduct in line with the principles established during the revolution. He stated that any activities violating this rule should be addressed with appropriate legal measures, emphasizing that the principle must be adhered rigorously by all People's Defense Forces. While recognizing the inevitability of the People Defensive War, the acting president underscored the significance of political engagement. He stressed the need for a balanced and mutually beneficial relationship between politics and the revolutionary movement. The acting president cautioned against overlooking the importance of our own resistance and military ethic in the face of the terrorist military culture, highlighting the irrationality of such a stance. Central Committee for Interim Implementations of Local Administration, NUG Prime Minister urges precise use of tax fund for sector prioritizations in local administration. At the Central Committee for Interim Implementations of Local Administration meeting on January 26, Prime Minister Mawin Kaidan of the National Unity Government underscored the critical need for township to brutally allocate tax fund to prioritized sectors. As financial management gains heightened significance this year, it is imperative for township to manage received tax fund with precision and accuracy, stated the Prime Minister. He emphasized the importance of efficient fund utilization, specifically highlighting on reusing funds and prioritizing sectors. He urged township to diligently focus on this imperative matter. Ministry of Defense, Defense Minister Uyimon and KIA Chief of Staff inspect capture outposts. In an announcement on January 27, the Ministry of Defense disclosed that the Minister of Defense Uyimon and the Chief of Staff of the Kachin Independence Army (KIA), Chief Commander No. 1 Military Region, Lieutenant General Khao Luang, undertook a comprehensive tour of recently captured outposts in Manwinji area of Mansi Township, Kachin State. The delegation, consisting of the Defense Minister and KIA Chief of Staff, inspected occupied areas, towns and villages, evaluated military equipment, and engaged with captured prisoners of war and those seeking refuge. The announcement further confirmed the allocations of seized military equipment to support the People's Revolutionaries. NUG declares transition from Grand Strategic Defensive to Grand Strategic Offensive position. As of the conclusion of 2023, the revolutionary forces have successfully shifted from a strategic defensive to a strategic offensive position. The Ministry of Defense of the National Unity Government announced in January that the ongoing Operation 1027, led by the Three Brotherhood Alliance, has proper resistance and revolutionary warfare to a high level. A noticeable transformation is evident in the control of cities and major roads in northern Shan, and there are also significant setbacks for the Myanmar military forces across hundreds of bases in Rakhine and surrounding areas. Trade points have undergone a shift, with revolutionary forces establishing dominance along the borders of the People's Republic of China, the Republic of India, and the Kingdom of Thailand. Furthermore, the statement highlighted the newfound capability of the PTF and revolutionary forces to launch attack on nearby areas of major cities, including Yangon, Mandalay, and Naypyidaw. Systematic urban military attacks have emerged across various urban areas with a focus on targeting military points within city when necessary. Significantly, in Shan State Northern, Rakhine State, Upper Sagai, and the Karanikaya State, the PTF and diverse ethnic resistance forces have shifted from traditional military attack pattern to embrace guerrilla warfare tactic. This emphasis in other regions is on attacking urban military points, disrupting communication channels, and strategically fatiguing the enemy. NUG empowers Battalion weapons and honors. The Ministry of Defense conducted an arming ceremony at the front line on January 25 for Battalion 5101 of the People's Defense Army (PDF) Yangon Region Military Department. During this ceremony, the weapons from Battalion 5101 were formally received by Battalion Commander Comrade Ogata and Company Commander Comrade Sangye. The Sniper Unit and Discipline Model Award were also presented to recognize the outstanding collective achievement in overcoming the enemy on the battlefield. Officers clarifying the strategic objectives of arming the People's Defense Army within 3 years, emphasizing the ability to execute operational goals. The commitment includes strict adherence to ethical standards, equipping soldiers with the necessary weapons to overcome the terrorist military culture, and safeguarding the people. Joint Revolutionary Forces seized terrorist military council camp in Moon State operation. On January 22nd, the Ministry of Defense and military headquarters jointly announced that the Joint Revolutionary Forces successfully attacked and seized control of the Suspension Bridge Gate camp of the terrorist military council, shifted near Mokkanin village in Yi Township, Moon State. The operation executed under the command of Southern Military Region 3, Strategy 33, involved various groups such as Moon State Revolution Force, MSRF, Donald Column, Ye Guerrilla Force YGF, Student Army Battalion 1, Moon State Revolutionary Organization MSRO, Ye Defense Force YDF, and Yale Eagle Force. The intense battle resulted in the eliminations of at least 10 terrorist military soldiers with the captures of 2 60mm mortars, small arms and ammunition from the enemy camp. Ministry of Human Rights, terrorist military council commits atrocity in Meo village. The Ministry of Human Rights announced on January 22nd that the terrorist military council tortured, dismembered and burned to death 5 civilians in Meo village, Battalion Township, Shwebo District, Sagai region. On January 18, 100-strong joint force from the No. 4 Operations Command Headquarters and No. 708 Infantry Battalion, part of the Myanmar military, adopted 14 local women and children, taking them as human shields in Meo village. 5 children were subjected to torture, dismemberment and burning. The group departed for Layagong village on January 19. Ministry of Home Affairs and Immigration, People Defensive War, 60 military council members killed in public response. In response to the violent suppressions, arrests and killing orchestrated by the illegitimate military council, the Ministry of Home Affairs announced on January 24 that 60 members of the councils were killed and 8 were injured within a single day. This marked a decisive response as part of the People's Defensive War on January 23. The public, asserting their right to self-defense, stood against the actions of the terrorist military council. Terrorist Myanmar military's attack on Tet Dugong village leaves 4 dead. On the morning of January 19, the No. 314 Artillery Zone of the No. 606 Artillery Camp Headquarters under the terrorist Myanmar military launched 2 heavy weapons attack on Tet Dugong village in Bilin Township, Jaito District, Moon State. Despite the absence of fighting in that area, the incident resulted in the death of 4 innocent people and serious injuries to 4 others, including a 2-year-old child, according to the Ministry of Human Rights of the National Unity Government. The ministry affirmed its commitment to diligently pursue justice and hold the Myanmar military accountable for the crimes committed. The overarching goal is to achieve equality, peace and justice for all the people. Soldiers successfully trained in drone operations and bomb deployment by Federal Wing Team. Comrades from the Security and Special Task Force Mandalay under the People's Police Force and comrades from Normal Detectorship People Defense Force NMD have successfully completed training conducted by the Federal Wing Drone Team. The training covered flying and installing drone as well as the operations of bomb deployment. The completion of the 1-month training for 20 soldiers was reported on January 27. Interim Board for Heritage Administration. Interim Board for Heritage Administration designates regions, places and buildings in Mandalay to interim heritage list. In accordance with the decision made by during the Mandalay Region Legislative Meetings 1/2023 and directed from the Interim Board of Heritage Administration, various region, places and buildings in Mandalay have been officially designated as part of the interim heritage list Part 4. These decisions align with the policies issued by the Interim Heritage Management Central Organization, and it is governed by the Protections and Preservations of Central Heritage Region Law 2019, Protections and Preservations of Ancient Monuments Law 2015, Counter-Terrorism Law 2014, as well as relevant domestic and international laws. The official announcement was made on January 25. Overview of military operations in 4th week of January 2024. In the 4th week of January 2024, significant developments occur in Myanmar. The current State Border Guard Force 13 declared independence, refusing to follow the Myanmar military orders. Pakdo in Rakhine came under the control of the Arkhan Army, and Sisai town in Shan State was captured by Old National Liberation Army (PNLA) and its ally. Additionally, Nampakar on the Chinese border trade route was occupied by Kachin Independence Army (KIA). The ongoing trend indicates the Myanmar military loss of control over cities and key areas, with reports of forces deserting. Meanwhile, Colonel Sochutu, leader of current Border Guard Battalion 13, stated they won't accept the army support to avoid internet conflict between current forces. Reports suggest the Border Guard forces, numbering in the thousands, aims for independence, accelerating the revolution in Karen. In Rakhine, fighting intensified in Myau, Minpya, Chawdo and Yatidang Township. On January 25, the PNLA and allies captured Sisai Town in Shan Mountain, a communication hub. Despite being a signatory of the Nationwide Ceasefire Agreement (NCA), the PNLA resumed attacks on the Myanmar military, speeding up resistance in the Shan region. The Kachin Independence Army took control of Nampakar near Muse, the Chinese trade gate in northern Shan, capturing LIB 123 base battalion with significant weaponry. A notable incident occurred in Manwinji village, Kachin State, where 57 individuals, including officers and militiamen, fled to China on January 22nd. They were handed over to the terrorist Myanmar military by China. India is also handing back terrorist military soldiers who fled into their territories along with their weapons to the terrorist Myanmar military. Let's see what do we have for our weekly roundup news in coming weeks. Thanks for watching PVTV International.